So we're starting off with Magdalena from El Piano, right?
Thank you.
In New York. It's a vegan restaurant.
It's wholly vegan, wholly gluten-free, no nuts, no seeds, no palm oil. What do we serve? So what I'm going to try and do for you today is a Spanish omelette, which is going to be made without eggs. I'm going to do some crepe without, so that's Spanish, and then some French crepe without eggs or milk or butter. And then if there's time, I'm going to do you mayonnaise. And the reason I've chosen these dishes is because they're really simple, they're really inexpensive, they're really fast. So let's get our pancakes going. And we're going to use buckwheat flour. That's this guy here. Buckwheat flour is not a cereal. It's not a legume. It's herbaceous. Originally from Russia, we believe. And then...
It's very confusing. It's the names of these flours.
Why
would it be called buckwheat flour when it actually doesn't have any wheat? It's very confusing for people new into the game, isn't it?
Lactic acid has no lactose in it, and glutinous rice has no gluten in it. They just do it to keep us on our toes. Okay, so what you saw me do was put some buckwheat flour in here and some water. I'm going to make it quite thin, just like a French crepe would be. Really, really thin. And the amazing thing about buckwheat flour and water is look how the thread holds together. Okay? You can make it as thin or as thick as you like. And we're just going to just pour this in. Now this isn't going to taste wonderful. I'm not here to make it taste good. I'm here to show you a technique. You can make it taste good. You can add sugar, grated apples, onions, herbs, sesame seeds, whatever you like. I'm just showing you that for once in your life, a gluten-free, egg-free, milk-free, butter-free crepe isn't going to taste like cardboard. But guess what? You're not going to know that because she's not going to let you taste it.
I'm going to taste it.
She's the bad guy.
I'll tell you.
Dead easy. The only thing to tell you about this is it's going to take a little bit longer than you think before you can turn it. So just check the edges. And when the edges are coming away and they're dry and there's no risk of it tearing, you just turn it over. It's just going to take a sec.
That is the brilliant thing about pancakes, isn't it? That you just make a pancake and then you can do anything with it. You know, you can put any filling and whatever suits your particular diet, it's fine. And you can make it taste wonderful, can't you? Actually, I have to be honest, I quite like them by themselves. But,
yeah, they're really good. You can make them thicker, which will mean that you can then toast them, freeze them, yeah?
Do you do that? I mean, do you make them in advance and freeze them?
Yeah, at El Piano in New York, we have a bed and breakfast.
Right.
So if we've got a lot of guests going through, then I'll make them and put them in the fridge, and they'll still be good in 2, 3 days, 4 days' time. Yeah. And you can freeze them, which we train people who have bed and breakfasts in our cook school. And one of the things we say to them is make this, put it in your freezer. When you have people come to stay who are celiac, you've got something to offer them. Yeah. All right. So next we're going to do our tortilla. Now everybody says to me, how can you have Spanish omelette without eggs? Anybody in the audience from Spain? Oh, yes. Bienvenidas. I learnt this from people who live in Andalusia, who in what we call the years of hunger, made Spanish omelette using chickpea flour. So this is a Spanish recipe. It's not what Spaniards now make, but it is a Spanish recipe.
Magdalena, do you want to tell us a little bit about the restaurant? Because you've got a fantastic history and you have restaurants in Spain too, don't you?
Well, we've been going a long time. Look at that. Does that look like a French crepe or what? It does. Come on, guys. Looks like a French crepe.
Pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah, we do. El Piano started in York, interestingly enough. I'm just struggling with my little device here.
Shh, don't tell her I'm nicking it.
I've got sugar, I've got agave syrup and lemon, Michelle.
I like it.
Just, cool your jets, baby. Okay.
I'm hungry.
All right. So we're just going to put a little olive oil in here. What is it? Extra virgin olive oil.
Yep.
Come
Good.
on, guys.
They've got it. They've got it.
Okay. And because I was deeply suspicious that they would have a bowl, I brought my own jug. And once again, we're doing flour and water. Chickpea flour, ground chickpeas, also called besan flour, also called gram flour, also called garbanzo bean flour. For every egg that you might put in, you want a spoonful of flour. So I'm sort of counting this out. Doesn't look like it, but I am. And then you're going to mix water with the flour until it's the consistency of eggs. Any of you who've used eggs, you just go for it as though it was beaten eggs. It even looks like beaten eggs. And it's not egg substitute, it's not manufactured, it's just ground chickpeas.
I never have thought. I must admit, when you said you were going to do a vegan Spanish omelette, I thought, oh, come on, what are you talking
She
about?
didn't
How can
believe
she?
me.
I didn't. No, I didn't. I thought, what on earth is she going to use? With some revolting egg substitute, it has to be.
No, we don't do any compound ingredients in El Piano. El Piano is entirely vegan. That is plant-based, entirely without gluten. And we make everything on site, all the sauces, and even the noodles.
Even the noodles?
Yeah, because you cannot be too careful. Anybody who has food allergies will know. You can talk to somebody who ate nuts last night and become ill if you have a nut allergy, just because of the nuts that are stuck in their teeth.
Absolutely.
So you just got to be really careful. Okay, I'm going to just folded it in. I didn't beat it to death. It's not all broken up. Fried potatoes, onions, salt, olive oil in this batter. And then we're just going to stick it in the pan. There we have it.
That couldn't be much easier, could it? It looks amazing.
So, okay, so look what's happened here. It's dry, wet plate. Did you see the wet plate? So what are we doing? We're not doing anything terribly clever. We're just making sure that the plate and the frying pan stay together as we turn it with confidence.
Yes.
Calm confidence.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so here we go.
Woo! Yay!
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, start small. Don't start with this size. Start with this size until you get the hang of it. And then you can get mega big. If you ask our Spaniards here, their mothers are turning tortillas that are this big. Yeah, they are. So just start small till you get the hang of it. And then the frittata, which is Italian, is the same deal, only you heat the top under the grill. You don't do the turning, and usually it has more vegetables in. No better dish in the world than the most simple dishes life offers. Is there anything better than a British chip? I don't think so.
Yes, there is. One of those.
This is the Spanish version, is papas a lo pobre, but this is just with a little bit of flour, and you make this dish. So
I'm still thinking of a massive great tortilla and the mess you're going to make when you turn it over, everything falls everywhere.
I did that. I did a talk. Actually, I forgot time to just tell you. I did this talk in Sheffield to all these catering students. There were about 400 of them in the audience. And I did the big tortilla. Well, the whole thing just collapsed all over the stove. So I said, I did this on purpose, I said.
Just to show you.
So that you would see how easy it is to make it work, even when it's all in a million pieces. It's the most forgiving dish in the world. Smash it all back in the pan, cook it a little bit longer, and go again. It'll be fine.
I'm going to like it.
Okay, this
Just when it's
How
hot.
to Make Tortilla is on the El Piano website. It's a 3-minute silent movie, so you can speak any language and understand it.
That's brilliant.
Does it taste like
That
Spanish
is amazing.
omelette?
I know
It
what the
does.
amazing thing is that the
you go.
eggy bit, it's got a slightly kind of, there's a slightly kind of pulsy texture, but only very slightly. And it basically, because it looks like an omelette and it looks like eggs, it really tastes like it. I'm really sorry you can't try this. You really enjoy
She's
it.
so unkind. Okay, right, this is my party trick, guys. This is going to take just a sec. But this really is my party trick. Okay?
Right.
So here we go. It'll really only take a sec.
That's all right, don't panic.
Okay.
Don't panic.
Right. Mayo. One of the things that people who aren't having eggs anymore really miss. Oh, we really miss mayonnaise. Really miss mayonnaise. And all those people who've got heart disease and shouldn't be having cholesterol and love mayonnaise, they're really unhappy. Okay, soy milk. Any measure you like of soy milk, not soy milk with additives and emulsifiers and vanilla and sugar and chocolate. No, soy milk. Read the packet, beans and water. That's it, okay? One of these. You do need a wusher, guys. Batidora. What do you call a batidora in English?
A wusher?
A wusher, thank you.
Whizzer.
So
I go for whizzer.
Okay. And then we're going to add, I brought this in these fancy recycled Spanish glass bottles.
They are absolutely beautiful, actually. I was noticing those. I love the kind of bent side, and they're cool.
Okay. So we're just going to whoosh and add oil. 1 measure of oil.
Should I hold on to that?
Thank you.
That'd be helpful.
1 measure. It's not going to get thick until we get to about the end of the 3rd measure. Okay.
You just literally
2
put
measures.
soy milk, oil, and water.
No water, just soy milk.
Hang on, let me just get. That's a bit better. It's going to run away from me completely.
Okay, and I'm so glad to make this because I don't have to carry it all home. And the 3rd measure. Oops.
Pretty amazing. It's looking quite thick.
There's our mayo. Just going to put some lemon juice and salt in. And we're good to go. That's me. I am the barefoot midwife of vegan gluten-free cookery, I'm told. Because I'm so old and I've been doing it for so long. And I'm devoted to making it simple, inexpensive, and delicious.
We certainly succeeded here,
If you
I must
want
admit.
recipes, I'm happy to send them to you, but you don't need them. You don't need recipes. Just do what I've done. And if you're worried, email me and I'll send you some recipes. But the whole point is, life's too short for recipes. Sorry, everybody else.
I quite agree.
Let's not make lists and read cookbooks anymore. Let's just...
Well, occasionally. Come on, Magdalena. You want to sell some of your cookbooks?
No, I don't. I want people to be able to do it without cookbooks. That's why we give it away for free all the time. Okay, so here's our mayo. If you want it less, then just add a bit less oil. If you want it more runny, add a bit of soy milk. That's it.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Mayo, my party
Look at
trick.
that.
I'm done. Thank you very much.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Michelle.